Welcome to my channel. Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that every success or failure in your future has already been decided not by luck, not by money, not by talent, but by the thoughts repeating inside your mind right now. What if the voice in your head has secretly been building your future while you were busy blaming the world? Stay with me until the end of this story because the final lesson will completely change the way you think about yourself forever. This is the story of Noah, an ordinary young man who believed that life was unfair. He believed that successful people were simply luckier, smarter, and stronger than him. Every morning, Noah woke up with the same thoughts. My life will never change. I am not good enough. Success is for other people, not for me. He repeated those words so many times that they became the truth in his mind. He worked in a small office, followed the same routine every day, and secretly dreamed of creating a better life. But deep inside, he was afraid. Afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, and afraid that he would never become the person he wanted to be. One rainy evening, after another disappointing day, Noah sat alone at a bus station. As people hurried past him, an old man sat beside him and asked a strange question. Tell me, who has been speaking inside your mind all these years? Noah looked confused. What do you mean? The old man smiled and said, The voice that tells you that you are weak, the voice that says you cannot succeed, the voice that convinces you to quit before you even begin. Who created that voice? Noah had no answer. That question became the first turning point of his life. The old man introduced himself as Elias, a traveler who had spent years learning about the human mind. Before leaving, he handed Noah a small notebook and said, For the next 15 days, write down the thoughts you repeat most often. They are creating the life you live. Curious but doubtful, Noah accepted the challenge. The next morning, he opened the notebook and began writing. He was shocked by what he discovered. Most of his thoughts were negative. I can't do this. I am unlucky. People are better than me. Nothing will change. Seeing those words on paper became the second turning point. For the first time, Noah realized that his greatest enemy was not outside him. It was inside his own mind. Later that week, Noah met Elias again in a quiet park. The old man pointed toward two gardens. One was full of colorful flowers, while the other was covered with weeds. Your mind is exactly like these gardens, Elias explained. Every thought is a seed. Positive thoughts grow confidence and courage. Negative thoughts grow fear and doubt. Whatever you water every day becomes your reality. Those words became the third turning point. Noah understood that he had spent years watering fear instead of hope. That evening, he stood in front of a mirror and said something he had never said before. Maybe I can change. It was only 4 words, but they felt powerful. The next day, Noah faced another challenge. During a meeting at work, his manager asked for volunteers to present a new idea. Normally, Noah would remain silent, but he remembered the words of Elias. His heart raced. Fear filled his mind, yet he slowly raised his hand. That small decision became the fourth turning point. His presentation was far from perfect, but for the first time in years, he proved to himself that action was stronger than fear. Walking home that evening, Noah felt something different. His problems had not disappeared, but a small spark of confidence had appeared inside him. Over the following days, Elias continued teaching him. One afternoon, they sat beside a river. The old man threw a stone into the water and asked, What happened? Noah replied, The water changed. Elias shook his head. No, the river kept flowing. The disturbance was temporary. Then he looked directly into Noah's eyes and said, Your negative thoughts are like these waves. They appear, but they are not permanent unless you hold on to them. That lesson became the fifth turning point. Noah began observing his thoughts instead of believing every single one. Each time his mind whispered, You will fail, he answered, That is only a thought, not a fact. Slowly, his inner world started to change. For years, Noah had been living inside a prison built by his own beliefs. Now, for the first time, he was beginning to search for the key that could set him free. As he left the city behind, Noah could not stop thinking about the stranger's words. The old notebook felt heavy in his hands, as if it carried secrets that could change his entire future. The road ahead was empty, but his mind was full of questions. Why had a stranger chosen him? What was hidden inside those pages? And why did he feel that his life was about to change forever? For years, Noah had blamed his failures on bad luck, difficult circumstances, and other people. He believed that success belonged only to the talented and the fortunate. But deep inside, a small voice kept asking a painful question: what if the real problem had always been the way he thought? That question became the fourth turning point of his journey. Late that evening, Noah arrived at a small cabin near the mountains and finally opened the notebook. On the first page, only one sentence was written: "The world you see outside is created by the thoughts you repeat inside." Noah stared at the words for several minutes. At first, they sounded simple, but the longer he looked at them, the deeper their meaning became. He remembered all the thoughts he repeated every day. I am unlucky. I will never succeed. Other people are better than me. For years, he had planted those thoughts in his mind without realizing that they were shaping his reality. That realization became the fifth turning point. The next morning, Noah climbed a hill behind the cabin. The sun was rising, painting the sky with shades of orange and gold. Sitting on a rock, he began writing down every negative thought that had controlled his life. The list seemed endless. He wrote about his fears, his doubts, his regrets, and his excuses. Then he remembered another sentence from the notebook. Every belief was once only a thought repeated many times. Noah suddenly understood that his limitations were not walls built by the world. They were walls built by his own mind. That discovery became the sixth turning point. Determined to change, Noah started replacing every negative sentence with a stronger one. Instead of saying, "I always fail," he wrote, "every failure teaches me something valuable." Instead of saying, "I am not good enough," he wrote, "I can improve every day." At first, the new thoughts felt strange, almost impossible to believe. But he continued writing them again and again. Days passed, and something unexpected happened. His energy began to change. His posture changed. Even his voice sounded different. For the first time in years, he felt hope returning to his heart. That was the seventh turning point. A few days later, Noah walked into a nearby village and met an old carpenter repairing a broken chair. Curious, Noah asked, "Why don't you throw it away and buy a new one?" The carpenter smiled and replied, "Because broken things are not useless. Sometimes they become stronger after they are repaired." Those words struck Noah like lightning. He had spent years believing that his failures had destroyed him, but perhaps they had only prepared him for something greater. That moment became the eighth turning point of his journey. That night, Noah sat outside the cabin under a sky filled with stars. For the first time, he stopped asking, "Why is my life so difficult?" Instead, he asked, "What can I become because of these difficulties?" The question changed everything. He realized that thoughts were not just words inside the mind. They were instructions. They told the body when to move, when to stop, when to believe, and when to surrender. If he wanted a different future, he needed different thoughts. As the cold wind moved through the mountains, Noah closed the notebook and smiled quietly. The road ahead was still uncertain, and his problems had not disappeared, but something inside him was transforming. He was no longer the same person who had arrived at the train station full of fear and hopelessness. Deep inside, a new story was beginning, and although he could not yet see the ending, for the first time in his life, he truly believed that it could be extraordinary. Noah returned to the city a week later, but the city was no longer the same in his eyes. The crowded streets, the loud voices, and the endless rush of people had not changed, yet something inside him had. He carried the notebook everywhere, reading a few pages every morning and every night. Each sentence forced him to question the beliefs that had controlled his life for years. One afternoon, while sitting alone in a small park, Noah opened the notebook and found another message written in bold letters. "What you focus on grows." At first, he did not understand. He looked around and saw children laughing, old men talking, and workers hurrying home after a long day. Then he thought about his own life. For years, he had focused only on problems. He focused on his failures, his fears, and everything he lacked. Without realizing it, he had been feeding negativity every single day. That realization became the ninth turning point of his journey. Determined to test the lesson, Noah started a small experiment. Every morning, instead of thinking about everything that was wrong, he wrote down 3 opportunities hidden inside his problems. When he had no money, he focused on learning new skills. When he felt lonely, he focused on improving himself. When he felt afraid of failure, he focused on the lessons failure could teach him. Slowly, his mind began searching for possibilities instead of obstacles. It was not easy, but for the first time, he felt that he was taking control of his thoughts instead of allowing his thoughts to control him. That became the 10th turning point. A few days later, Noah visited his old friend Marcus, hoping to share what he had learned. But Marcus laughed and said, "People don't change. Life stays the same. Stop wasting your time with dreams." Those words hurt Noah deeply. For a moment, the old doubts returned. Maybe Marcus was right. Maybe change was impossible. But then Noah remembered another sentence from the notebook: protect your mind from people who have given up on their own dreams. Suddenly, he understood that not everyone would support his growth. Some people would try to pull him back into the same negative thinking that had trapped them. Walking away from that conversation became the 11th turning point of his life. That evening, Noah sat alone in his room and thought about the people around him. He realized that the voices he listened to every day had shaped his mindset. Complaints had taught him fear. Negativity had taught him doubt. From that moment, he made a decision. He would spend less time with people who destroyed his confidence and more time with ideas that inspired him to grow. He began reading books, listening to motivational stories, and surrounding himself with people who believed in improvement. Slowly, his world began to change. One morning, while walking through the city, Noah saw an old musician playing a violin on the sidewalk. Hundreds of people walked past without paying attention, but the musician continued playing with passion and joy. Curious, Noah asked, "Why do you keep playing when nobody stops to listen?" The old man smiled and replied, "Because I am not playing for their approval. I am playing because this is who I am." Those simple words hit Noah like a wave. For years, he had worried about what others thought of him. He had hidden his dreams because he feared criticism. But now he realized that living for other people's opinions was like living inside a prison with invisible walls. That understanding became the 12th turning point. That night, Noah stood in front of a mirror and asked himself a question he had never asked before. If nobody judged me, what would I truly want to become? The answer came immediately. He wanted to become someone strong, someone disciplined, someone who inspired others to believe in themselves. For the first time in his life, he stopped chasing approval and started chasing growth. As he closed the notebook and looked out of his window, he understood that success was not about changing the world around him, it was about changing the world inside his mind. And somewhere deep in his heart, he knew that the biggest transformation of his journey was still waiting ahead. When Noah woke up the next morning, something felt different. The city outside his window was exactly the same, but the person looking at it had changed. For the first time in years, he did not feel trapped by fear or controlled by doubt. He picked up the notebook and turned to the final page. There, he found one last message. The person who masters his mind masters his future. Noah read the sentence again and again. He suddenly realized that all the lessons, all the struggles, and all the turning points had been leading him to this moment. For years, he had blamed his circumstances, other people, and bad luck. But the real battle had always been inside his own mind. That understanding became the 13th turning point of his journey. Determined to prove that he had changed, Noah created a simple challenge for himself. For 30 days, he promised that he would ignore excuses and take action every single day, no matter how small. Some days, his mind whispered, "You are tired." Other days, it said, "You can start tomorrow." But instead of obeying those thoughts, Noah learned to question them. He discovered that thoughts were only suggestions, not commands. Every time he chose action over comfort, he became stronger. Every time he defeated an excuse, his confidence grew. That became the 14th turning point. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Noah started waking up earlier, reading more books, exercising, and learning new skills. He stopped wasting hours comparing himself to others and focused only on becoming a better version of himself. Slowly, opportunities began appearing in places where he had never noticed them before. One afternoon, he received an offer to work on a project that he had once believed was impossible for someone like him. The old Noah would have rejected it immediately, convinced that he was not good enough. But the new Noah accepted the challenge without hesitation. He worked day and night, made mistakes, learned from them, and kept moving forward. Months later, the project became a success, but the victory was not the money or the recognition. The real victory was proving to himself that his old limitations had never been real. That achievement became the 15th and final turning point of his story. One evening, Noah returned to the same train station where everything had begun. People rushed past him exactly as they had months before, carrying their worries, fears, and dreams. Standing on the platform, he remembered the lonely man he used to be, the man who believed that life would never change. He smiled because now he understood the truth. Change does not begin when circumstances improve. Change begins when thoughts improve. Success does not belong to the luckiest people. It belongs to those who control their minds, protect their beliefs, and take action, even when they are afraid. Noah opened the notebook one final time and realized that every lesson could be reduced to a single message. Your thoughts create your future. If you fill your mind with fear, your life will follow fear. If you fill your mind with excuses, your life will follow excuses. But if you fill your mind with courage, discipline, and hope, your life will slowly transform in ways you never imagined. Looking up at the sky, Noah understood that the greatest power in the world was not money, talent, or luck. The greatest power was the ability to choose your thoughts every single day. Storms would still come, problems would still appear, people would still criticize him, but now he knew something that changed everything. No obstacle is stronger than a mind that refuses to surrender. And as the sun disappeared beyond the horizon, Noah walked forward with confidence, knowing that his future was no longer controlled by fear. It was controlled by the thoughts he chose, the actions he repeated, and the person he decided to become. So remember this: your life is shaped by what you think, what you believe, and what you do every day. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Change one thought, take one action, and keep moving forward. Because the day you become the master of your mind is the day you become the master of your life. Thank you for watching this journey. If this story touched your heart, share your favorite lesson in the comments. And remember, one powerful thought can change an entire future. Until next time, keep believing, keep growing, and never forget that the strongest force in your life has always been inside you.